Most people assume that moving beyond the middle class means waking up one day in a mansion, driving luxury cars, and never worrying about money again. But in reality, true financial growth happens quietly, often before you even realize it. You might still feel like an average person, but your habits, mindset, and financial situation are evolving. Leaving the middle class behind isn't about an instant income jump or a dramatic lifestyle change. It's about a gradual shift in how you think about money, how you manage it, and how your financial freedom starts expanding. If you notice these signs in your life, chances are you're already on your way to financial success, even if you don't feel rich yet. Number 1, you no longer stress over every expense. When you're stuck in the middle class, every bill feels like a burden. You carefully plan each purchase, and unexpected expenses can throw your entire budget off balance. But as you begin to move past this stage, you start noticing that small expenses don't stress you out as much. It doesn't mean you're reckless with money, but you now have a financial cushion. When a sudden car repair or medical bill comes up, you handle it without panic. You've built a safety net, whether through savings, investments, or multiple income streams, that gives you peace of mind. This cushion is often the result of disciplined saving, budgeting, and the growth of investments that steadily add to your financial security. Number 2, your income no longer comes from just one source. The middle class typically relies on a single paycheck, meaning if that job disappears, so does their entire financial stability. But those moving beyond the middle class start diversifying their income. Maybe you have investments generating passive income, a side business bringing in extra cash, or rental property giving you steady returns. Your financial future is no longer tied to one employer or one paycheck. Instead of living paycheck to paycheck, your income grows in different ways, making you more financially resilient. Building these multiple income streams means you're prepared for financial emergencies and can take advantage of opportunities as they arise, allowing you to focus on long-term wealth accumulation. Number 3, you think in terms of assets, not just income. Middle-class thinking focuses on earning a paycheck. Wealthy thinking focuses on building assets. If you've shifted from worrying about how much you make to how much you own that generates wealth, you're stepping out of the middle class. You're no longer obsessed with just getting a raise. You're focused on owning things that increase in value, whether it's stocks and investments that grow over time, rental properties that generate passive income, or businesses that operate without your constant involvement. The focus shifts from just earning more to creating and owning assets that appreciate and build wealth. This shift in mindset is one of the strongest signs you're leaving the middle class behind. Asset accumulation, whether in the form of real estate, investments, or ownership stakes in businesses, helps you build wealth that appreciates and generates income passively over time. This is how the wealthy build long-term financial security and freedom. Number 4, you're no longer impressed by flashy wealth. When people are financially struggling, luxury goods and status symbols seem like the ultimate goal. Fancy cars, designer clothes, and expensive gadgets often feel like proof that someone is rich. But as you move past the middle class, you start seeing through this illusion. You no longer feel the urge to prove your financial status with material things. Instead, you focus on freedom, security, and financial independence. You'd rather have a well-diversified portfolio than a luxury car payment. You're more interested in having control over your time than wearing expensive brands. When wealth stops being about showing off and becomes about quiet financial freedom, you know you're evolving financially. Real wealth comes from having the power to make choices based on your desires, not on what others expect or perceive. Number 5, you plan for the long term, not just the month. The middle class often focuses on short-term survival, getting through the month, making sure the bills are paid, and hoping for a raise. But those leaving the middle class start thinking decades ahead. You have a clear financial plan that includes retirement, investments, and wealth-building strategies. You're focused on legacy wealth, making sure your family benefits from your financial growth. You no longer think in terms of getting by, but strategizing how to grow wealth for the future. This long-term thinking separates those stuck in the middle class from those moving beyond it. By having a clear vision of your financial future and understanding that true wealth is built over decades, you position yourself for financial success that will last across generations. Number 6, you're more focused on time than money. Middle-class life often feels like a constant hustle, working long hours to keep up with expenses. But once you start leaving the middle class behind, you begin to prioritize time over just making money. You look for ways to make money work for you instead of trading all your time for a paycheck. You start delegating, whether in business, personal life, or finances, to free up time. You realize that financial independence isn't about working harder, but working smarter. When time becomes more valuable than chasing more money, you know you're making a financial leap. Wealthy individuals prioritize time and flexibility over merely making more money. They understand that time is limited, and using it wisely to focus on income-generating activities and enjoying life is essential to living well. Number 7, you've built a financial safety net. A key factor that holds the middle class back is financial fragility. One crisis can wipe out savings and create years of struggle. If you've built an emergency fund, diversified income sources, or established passive income streams, you've moved beyond this risk. Financial stability means you're no longer one emergency away from financial disaster. You've built a solid foundation, which allows you to grow your wealth even further. A strong safety net gives you the confidence to take calculated risks and focus on long-term wealth building, knowing that short-term disruptions won't derail your financial progress. Number 8, you're comfortable taking smart financial risks. Most people in the middle class play it safe with money, keeping savings in a basic bank account and avoiding risks. But those moving beyond this stage understand that calculated financial risks lead to real wealth. You invest in stocks, real estate, or businesses rather than letting money sit idle. You understand that long-term wealth requires smart risk-taking. You make financial decisions based on opportunity, not just fear of loss. This willingness to take informed risks, rather than avoiding them altogether, is a sign you're entering a different financial league. Risk-taking is part of growing wealth, whether it's investing in emerging markets or starting a new business. The ability to take calculated risks is often what sets apart the wealthy from the rest. Number 9, you control your financial future. Instead of depending on others, one of the biggest shifts that separate the middle class from the wealthy is control. Many middle-class individuals depend on their jobs, employers, and government benefits for financial security. But when you start taking full control of your financial destiny, you're leaving that mindset behind. You don't rely solely on a salary. You have investments and income streams. You don't panic about economic downturns. You have financial protection strategies in place. You don't wait for raises. You actively create ways to increase your net worth. Once you start controlling your financial future instead of letting external factors dictate it, you've officially moved beyond the middle-class, wealthy individuals take responsibility for their financial situation and develop strategies that allow them to manage and grow their wealth regardless of economic conditions. Leaving the middle class isn't about suddenly looking rich. It's about quietly gaining control over your financial future. Many people don't even realize they've crossed that line until they look back and see how far they've come. If you've noticed these signs in your own life, congratulations, you're already making the transition. You might not feel like you're rich yet, but wealth is built in small, consistent steps, not overnight success. The key is to keep investing, building assets, thinking long-term, and staying disciplined. The difference between being stuck in the middle class and achieving financial freedom is how you manage and grow your wealth. So if you recognize these changes in yourself, you're already ahead of the game. Keep going. Your financial future is looking bright.